The important thing really about my work is that it has to stand up on its own. I can't deny the fact that the way I paint, but ultimately as an artist, I want my art, my work to stand up for itself. I can remember when I did a painting for my teacher, because I wanted a painting that I could use, and it was a picture of a cat. She had a photo of a cat. The teacher who took the painting along to the competition didn't say anything about it until afterwards. And it was only then afterwards that he said that how it was painted, that it was painted with me holding a brush in my teeth. I just want it like that. I always want it like that with my paintings. I always want my paintings to stand up for themselves. Arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. In simple terms, it means that my joints are either fixed or partially fixed. When I was younger, I was very flexible. Quite a lot, as you know, you get older, you get stiffer. But I could never put my hands out to stop me if I fell over. So I had to go to a special school in Sussex called Chailey Heritage. And I had to go there at the age of 18 months to get physiotherapy to help straighten my arms and legs. When I was about 4 years old, there's a member of staff, she said about these places, heaven and hell. And I can remember after having that very frank conversation about thinking, I don't want to be on the wrong side of this. Much like many children as they get older, they go into the awful teens. And you ask people that knew me then, and I was a rotter. I was horrid. I would be really bossy, I'd be short-tempered, not a very nice person to know. I was suffering a lot of depression, very, very sharp, violent fits of depression, and all this was coming in all at the same time. And I really felt that I came to a crossroads when I was about 15, where I thought I had to decide, do I carry on like this? Or do I start listening to what the friend had told me all those years ago? There were a group came up from a church in Brighton, and it was the first time I think I really felt the peace of the Lord, because after they had done an assembly at our school, we stayed behind with them and we prayed with them, and it was the first time I really felt the presence of the Lord. The real challenge then happened after I finished my A-levels, when I moved on then to Coventry to do a foundation course in art. I was on my own then, in a completely new area, an area that I didn't know. I didn't have any friends there. And it was a time of real challenge, because it's a time I look back on now with horror, because it was a time of real backsliding. And that's scary. And I know that I went far away from the Lord. I can remember leaving my room one night and being prompted almost to pray this prayer, and the prayer went, Lord, don't let me go. That was all my prayer. But it's probably one, apart from asking the Lord into my life, it's probably the most important prayer that I've ever prayed in my life. I didn't know what was going to happen after that, but the Lord was faithful to that. I don't deny the fact I'm in a wheelchair. Some people deny the fact that they are they are disabled in some ways. They almost think, no, it doesn't exist. Well, that's foolish to me. To deny the fact the way I paint, I hold a brush in my teeth. It's just folly. It's just silly to do that. As a Christian, I believe the Lord has made me this way, and I've got to get on with it. And there are times, I'm honest with you, there are times even now where I get really frustrated. But I thank the Lord's got I can bend his ear. And I thank the Lord that he has a listening ear and understands where I'm coming from. But at the same time, he doesn't just allow me just to carry on in that state. There'll be a word of scripture or something that somebody says, or something that happens on the news or something that will make me think, I do talks with the children at church, and I'm able to use the fact that I'm in a wheelchair to say, look, it doesn't matter. My body may be weak, but the Lord can still use me. I might not be able to go to India and be a missionary, but I can certainly sit in front of you and share my faith with you. I can teach you about the Bible. We can learn together. There are opportunities, and you have to take them. And the blessing, as I say, the one thing I have is my family. Well, first of all, my faith. Secondly, it's the gift of my family. And thirdly, it's the gift of my work. And I really thank the Lord for that.